All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to begin this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Also want to say Shalom, much due honors and respect to all you brothers that's continuing to labor in this work. All you fellow laborers that's pushing out this gospel in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom. So yeah, this is going to be pretty much a quick hit. All right, centered around an article I had received, by way of a link one of the Akim had sent me. All right, shout out to that brother who sent this link. And the Spirit jumped on me to do a lesson on it, all right, because pretty much we're in the times of prophecy. And it tells you in the book of Habakkuk, the second chapter, where Habakkuk said, I will stand upon my watch and see what to answer when I'm reproved, all right? So whenever the Lord, reveals information or prophecies, things concerning prophecies, it's our job to report it out to the people. And the brother sent this article, which is pretty much, it looked like more bad news for Houston, all right? Because the Heavenly Father got multiple camps set up out there in Texas, all right? The brothers Ariala and Yashawamba, the Dallas camp, all the elders out there and the brothers out there in Houston, all right, that's been diligently pushing out this word. And it's various camps throughout Dallas, should I say Texas as a whole, all right? And a lot of those people pretty much out there just walk by those brothers and ultimately they scoff at them and thumb their nose up at what the brothers be bringing out. So the Lord is beginning to bring judgment, man. And the Lord is going to surgically and strategically, methodically take down this place. It's not going to just be one erupted end. The Lord is going to make this place suffer, all right? So you're going to see sporadic little events to happen throughout America, all right? And right now, what's going on in Houston is just one among many, plagues that the Lord got cooking up for this place, man. All right? So you see the headline of this article, it said, chemicals at plant near Houston degrading, explosion inevitable, CEO. All right, so the CEO is saying an explosion is inevitable out here, which pretty much means it's going to happen, all right? Just to add insult to injury. See, because we're in the times now of the Lord's judgment, all right? The Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, man. And a lot of you people out there, you put the Lord in a certain category as having one emotion, all right? One emotion as if he's only geared to love and forgiveness and kindness. Well, that makes the Lord imperfect if that's the case, all right? The Lord is balanced and perfect. So that means he also have the attribute of being angry and bringing judgment. And it's in the scriptures. We shouldn't have to tell you people that, man. All right, what about the flood that happened in the time of Noah? That was a horrific event. You had people with their infants and babies knocking on that ark, man, trying to get in. And the Lord flooded them and killed everybody, man. Only saved 8 souls. And that's the spirit. You see what's going on out here in Houston. That's a reminder of the flood, man, and how the Lord get down, all right? But it's gonna actually intensify because a lot of those people, they're not gonna come back to a normal way of living, man. They got to start from scratch. So right now we're in the times where the Lord is bringing heavy judgment. So let me go into a little of this article and I'm bring out a couple of precepts, filter everything through the scriptures, all right, as we're accustomed to do here at Great Millstone. So it says, the CEO of the Arkema plant in Cosby, Texas, has said that volatile chemicals at the facility northeast of Houston are degrading, which is expected to lead to a fire or explosion within the next 6 days. All right, there is no way to prevent an explosion or a fire at the chemical plant, Arkema's CEO Richard Rose said during a conference call Wednesday. All right? It's more on this article, I guess. Let me read a little bit more. The refrigeration system at the chemical plant, which produces organic peroxides for the plastics and rubber industries have failed due to the Harvey flooding, the company said. See, which the Mossad is, strategically doing all this, man. One thing leads to another. Ultimately, this economy is going to crash. But usually when you do any kind of research on previous economies that's crashed or certain countries that go under, even Venezuela being an example, it'd be a domino effect. Something, starts everything off, and it leads to ultimately that economy crashing. It says, Arkema first warned residents about the possibility of an explosion at the facility Tuesday. At this time, while we do not believe there is any imminent danger, the potential for a chemical reaction leading to a fire and or explosion within the site confines is real, the company said Tuesday. So let me read a little bit more. It says, that day, residents within 1.5 miles, 2.4 kilomiles of the Arkema chemical plant in Cosby were evacuated as a precautionary measure, the local fire marshal's office said in a Twitter message. So, pretty much, news is not getting any better in Houston or that surrounding area, all right? Which the Lord is getting ready to intensify this judgment, all right? And with that, let me get a couple of precepts. I'm going to start off in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9 and verse 24. It says, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me. That's right, and that's dealing with the men you see putting up videos and reporting all the perils and the dangers that's on the horizon, especially concerning America. All right, reason why we do that, because we know and we understand the Most High, all right, and the way he do things. That I am the Lord which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. That's right. So a lot of people, they get it right when they say, yeah, the Lord exercise loving kindness, but they gloss over the fact that the Lord also send judgment, all right, in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord. So yeah, the Lord, he actually delights in righteousness and loving kindness, but he also delight in judgment. So for you people down there in Texas that's getting that judgment and more judgment to come, not just in Texas, man, the whole landscape of America overall, all right? When that judgment comes, the Lord is actually going to delight in that. It actually tells you in the scriptures that it appeases the Lord. It appeases his wrath when he sends judgment, all right? It actually calms the Lord down when he sends that judgment out on you people, man. All right? This is staying in the book of Jeremiah, all right, chapter 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war, of evil, and of pestilence. And that's what we doing here today. A lot of people, they cringe at these videos, which these videos are modern day epistles, all right? These are nothing more than modern day epistles that we are putting out, But a lot of people cringe at the lessons that we put up because they raw and they to the point. They straight up. Like Jake saying the world, it's keeping it real. We just tell you how it is. All right. And like this video is warning of the danger on the horizon, which consists of war, evil, and pestilence. And in particular, evil, because when you break that word evil down, it's a compound word, Eve meaning times, and ill meaning bad. So that's what the prophets, Salakia, that's what the prophets' main job is, to prophesy of the bad news, man. All right? So you people in Texas, get ready, because the Lord is bringing heavy judgment. And also I saw, even a lot of those shelters, which was housing those people, is now underwater. All right? So, if the Spirit allow, I might do a lesson on that. But again, the water to the brother that sent this link. All right. And I hope this was an edifying lesson. Till the next time I say shalom.